Hi guys, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion where I get the authority to champion the cause of all drug users and to create a better world for all the poor and destitute in this world. So, today we're talking part 2 of the general reading of the 18th chapter of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which is the 15th chapter of the book of Zion. I'm going to just take up where I left off last time. However, the rest of the world will not be so lucky because they have been judged and they are guilty. The restitution granted to Zion will strip the nations of their wealth. The gray will do what is necessary for the survival of humanity, and it won't be pretty. The gray will shut down everything in order to end the accumulation of damage being done to the earth. No one in creation can undo what we have done to our atmosphere. But when the gray come to our planet, at our request, they will do what the governments have refused to do until now. Since the 1930s, they were warned to shut down all pollutants. Coronavirus has managed to do that for us. It is a slight reprieve, which will soon become much more permanent. They will destroy the means to wage war. All of our destructive toys will be shut down, destroyed, and the means to recreate them will be removed. The human race will be unable to destroy themselves with modern warfare. All fossil fuels use will be ended. Humanity will have to seek safe ways to power society. All nations who seek aid from the gray will be given it in exchange for compliance with galactic law. All forms of power generation must comply with galactic safety standards, and fossil fuels do not meet those required standards. All of the evils of society will be done away with. The cities will be abandoned. All false religious iconography will be destroyed. The truth of God as gray will be proven. All false gods will be destroyed. It will be the worst nightmare that Hollywood could imagine. All the so-called good people will be terrorized by the descent of the UFOs, who will strip them of everything and give it to the people they hate the most, as they destroy everything that society prides itself on. If I had not lived a lifetime experiencing that very kind of nightmare scenario, I would say that I can't imagine what they're going to be going through. But the truth is, the war on drugs has done just that to my people, and it has done far worse than the gray will do to humankind. So, the descent of the gray will be the salvation of Zion, because we have earned it, and the destruction of the means by which the rich have destroyed us all. We call upon the gray not only to end our persecution, but to save humanity from itself. The gray will come to save the human race at our request. And it is this dire condition of the planet, global warming, climate change, along with the immorality of society, that has been the inspiration for the howlings of the temple. We use music to express ourselves. Our music howls because we feel so enraged and frustrated, both because of the war on drugs and because of climate change. We sing our anger, we sing our pain, we sing our suffering, and we sing our shame. We also sing for the gray. We sing and howl because of the dire conditions of humanity, and we sing to keep the peace. We sing to release our pent-up emotions and to explain why we feel this way. The gray are not only our creator, they are our teachers. They inspire our words and our songs. So, if you want to understand the gray, both humans and alien, listen to our music. It says it all. We may sing loud and intensely, but that's because we have been pushed beyond endurance. We scream our anger and pain. We demand justice. We know the truth. We know we are justified. We know who is not. Our music proclaims our reality. Our people are to the point of violence. We watch as our friends and loved ones are abused, imprisoned, and killed. We are said to be evil. We are treated as less than human. We are forced to work twice as hard as everyone else. And we are not allowed to stand up and defend ourselves or our inalienable rights. And so we scream our frustration and we project our very human desire to push back. And this frustration has led us to the place that we needed to be in. The gray, in their wise plan, created us to be nonviolent like they are. But to free ourselves, we would have to use our human side. Our gray traits can't help us overcome our enemies. We had to be forced to use our human, more Neanderthal side. Our innate dislike of negative emotions had to be overcome to purge our primitive human nature. Our rage is necessary. We have to use human means to fight our human enemy, to purge our human tendencies for violence. That is why the Grey had to let the war on drugs rage. They gave humans the chance to destroy us so that we would be forced to defend ourselves. And forced is the right word. When we activate our gray genes, we suppress our human genes. And I do mean human, as opposed to and our Neanderthal genetics. We we have to suppress our baser instincts. And we are no longer genetically Neanderthal. Humans are a distinctly unique genome. The genetic variance from one generation to the next differentiated the two species over time. The introduction of marijuana into the human population has caused a new genome to be created. When we activate our gray genes, we evolve into gray. We then pass on our new genome onto our children. Each passing generation will differentiate human from gray more and more. The plan the gray followed created a new species. Marijuana equals gray, the seed of Israel. We are not only a minority being held captive for our choice of pastime activities, we are a new species of human origin. Zion is not a nation, it is a species. We have the right to exist. We have the right to be different. We are of the earth too. We are a separate people, a unique genome, a minority, a true minority. We are the next evolution of humanity. The God that created the human race did so to allow our Neanderthal genes to mature. Humans is our teenage state. Now we can reactivate our gray DNA, and some of us have. We have matured enough to safely use our gray abilities. Now, I want to make clear that this gray DNA is minuscule. When the gray came to Earth, they created us as an insurance policy, an emergency supply of DNA, ensuring that their DNA would in some form remain. They gave us less than 1% of their genetic code, just enough to ensure survival. We are not them. We are humans. The name gray is not intended to mean that we are not 100% of this earth, because we are. Our gray DNA has been a part of this physical body since we were volunteered to the gray as Neanderthals. We are human, just human 2.0. So the gray will come to the aid of their children, the human grays. They will use the prophecy to refute the right of the governments to abuse my people. This is the controversy of Zion, the long hidden truth of the Torah. When the God of Israel returns, it will be to aid the newly created people of Zion. The arrival of the gray will ensure the fulfillment of prophecy. They will come to the gray when the gray are in their tents. They will judge society. The prophecy will be fulfilled in its entirety. My people will be awarded a homeland, a new national state, with galactic recognition and entry into the Gray Council. We will be citizens of the galaxy. Our future will be assured. And there I'm going to stop for now. And next time we will take up and hopefully finish the general reading. So, until then, may the Gray watch over you, keep you safe from all harm, guide you and protect you. May you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, your words, and your deeds reflect truth and good and light. May you always be happy and high. Know that I love you, and I will champion your cause. Later. I'll never say goodbye.